It's so fascinating to experience the revolutionizing defense world, especially when the US naval fleet has some incredible unmanned aircraft like Boeing MQ-25, Stingray, X-47B, and the list goes on. These unmanned aircraft, especially designed for the aerial refueling, have completed all of their tests successfully and are serving the US naval fleet for aircraft carrier-based operations and also for lander-based operations. The first one to grab all the attention with its uniqueness was the extraordinary Boeing MQ-25 Stingray. Without a doubt, its specifications were limited, but the performance was incredible. Such unmanned aerial vehicles are amazingly flaunting their uniqueness in aerial fights and are feared by some gigantic defense nations like China and Russia. What is the unique featurization provided by the Boeing MQ-25 Stingray? Since when is this UAV under operation? Does the US have any other such drone with similar featurization? Let's take a deeper dive to know some fascinating facts about this Boeing MQ-25 Stingray. In 2016, the US Navy felt the need to construct some more advanced aircraft carrier-based UAVs that could perform stealthily and can be proven really harmful to enemy air defense systems. With this thought, the US planned to develop and design a super powerful UAV that will create an intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance-oriented aircraft and will help counterattack counterterrorism missions. An innovative Boeing MQ-25 Stingray came into existence, which not only serves as an ISR-oriented mission, but its unmanned carrier-launched airborne surveillance and strike-based UAV is also specialized in an aerial refueling system. The aim behind constructing this weapon was an extraordinary one, as it was the first ever unmanned aerial system with a fixed that could be operated from a ship and help out manned planes during the ongoing mission. This Boeing MQ-25 Stingray is part of an excellent future of naval aviation. By manned-unmanned teaming, there will be an extra advantage for the warfighters to achieve a victory with some smart tactics. This is possible because of the advanced technology, which will facilitate easy use through deck handling devices, ground control stations, and communication links. The final project to design and construct the MQ-25 Stingray was proposed in October 2017 to Lockheed Martin, General Atomics, and many more. The specialty drone took its first flight in 2019, just 2 years after being proposed. And in the following year, that is in 2020, the first video of the drone while testing MQ-25 was released, and it was with Cobham aerial refueling store externally mounted. What's the mechanism used to facilitate the smooth functioning of the MQ-25 Stingray? This MQ-25 is the perfect blend of refueling, autonomy, and seamless carrier deck integration, which will amazingly revolutionize the defense world with its uniqueness. It will be functioning similarly to other commercial airlines, however, will differ in some aspects as there will be no humans inside the Stingray. The launch bar of this unmanned aircraft is connected to the steam-powered catapult system of the aircraft carrier. During the landing of the aircraft, a waypoint system will be used for catapulting off a carrier. It is pre-programmed before it takes off, so just after taking off, aircraft knows where to go right there and will not be distracted by any other routes. The communication links between MQ-25 and the ground station overseeing the mission will be intact, so there will be very less risk involved. Just like manned tankers, this MQ-25 Stingray will also be well scripted for aerial refueling missions. So when the mission is done as pre-programmed, Stingray will autonomously return to the carrier, while landing aircraft will be using the Joint Precision Approach and Landing System or JPALS, and interestingly, this same method is also used for manned aircraft. So while landing, MQ-25 will touch the deck and smoothly catch the hook on the wire and land off. However, there are chances when the aircraft will miss the hook on the wire. During that time, the aircraft will accelerate from the platform to take off again and re-enter the landing pattern. This is similar to how manned aircraft land and take off from the aircraft carrier. Otherwise, to handle the payload and the vehicle, the Unmanned Carrier Aviation Mission Control System is used. Before diving deeper to know everything about the amazing facts about the Boeing MQ-25 Stingray, make sure you subscribe to our channel to learn more about incredible drones and defense equipment that'll revolutionize the defense system. When did the MQ-25 Stingray undergo trials? Being an aircraft specially designed for aircraft carrier operations, MQ-25 Stingray was tested for the first time to keep a check on carrier operation compatibility in 2021 from the USS George H.W. Bush aircraft carrier. In this June testing, MQ-25 underwent its first refueling test, where it provided fuel to an FA-18F Super Hornet. During this ongoing refueling mission, the gap between two aircraft is just 20 feet. 4.5 hours long mission originated from Mid-America Airport in Mascota, Illinois, which also supported Air Test and Evaluation Squadron VX-23. The test of MQ-25 was accompanied by two aircraft which performed dry or wet connections for about 10 minutes. In total, 325 pounds of fuel was transferred to Super Hornet during the first test. Following the first aerial refueling test, MQ-25 performed similar tests with E-2D Hawkeye and F-35C Lightning II. Talking specifically about the technicality of the Boeing MQ-25 drone, it is amazingly powered by one Rolls-Royce AE3007 N-turbofan engine, though it is a bit less stealthy than a flying wing UAVs, but highly advanced because it is specially built for providing fuel to other aircraft on a mission. Through such incredible missions, MQ-25 became the first unmanned aircraft in history to refuel other aircraft. This super innovation by the US Naval Force is feared by the Chinese People's Liberation Army. Is there any other such aircraft drone operational by the US Naval Force? Yes, one such drone is the tailless Northrop Grumman X-47B. It was designed and developed by the American defense technology company Northrop Grumman especially for aircraft carrier-based operations. Initially, the design of this demonstration unmanned combat aerial vehicle began under DARPA's JUCAS program, but gradually it shifted under the US Navy's Unmanned Combat Air System Demonstration Program. This tiny but powerful drone can be controlled by a wireless link handheld device which is operated through the flight deck by the sailor. The flight deck operator and deck operator work together to place the drone in the desired location on the deck during the takeoff. Once set in the desired location, this tailless jet-powered X-47B can carry out semi-autonomous operations, and interestingly, this drone is also capable of aerial refueling. Development of this drone began in 2007. Two of the prototypes of this amazing X-47B were ready for demonstration under the designated program. The core aim of designing and developing this unmanned aircraft for aircraft-to-carrier operations was to develop the potential future carrier-compatible unmanned system to not involve soldiers in riskier situations on the battlefield. Its blended wing body and lower radar footprint made it best suited for unmanned aerospace missions. This unmanned aircraft, X-47B, is 38.2 feet in length and has a wingspan of about 62.1 feet. This semi-automated aircraft is capable of carrying 4,500 pounds of weapons. The crucial part of the design is the automation in the control system of the drone. Specifically, for the X-47B, flight control system is autonomous and it operates through a hybrid version of the global positioning system. An operator on the flight deck can pre-program the mission on the aircraft, and as scheduled, the drone can complete the mission. This automation and pre-programming of the mission are possible because of a list of sensors fitted in the drone. Some of the sensors are named electro-optics, ground moving target indicator, synthetic aperture radar, inverse SAR, maritime moving target indicators, electronic support measures, and the list continues. These different types of sensors are designated for specific roles like reconnaissance, intelligence and surveillance, and additionally have sufficient space for weapon systems. However, the demonstration units or the prototypes of X-47B are not installed with payloads, but the future ones will have sufficient payloads. X-47B was the first aircraft to create a world record in the defense world for carrying out air refueling operations in 2015. To carry out this autonomous air refueling, UCAS-D has fitted a boom receptacle mechanism in the aircraft. The first ever air refueling operation was a successful one when X-47B received fuel from Omega's Boeing 707 tanker, and thanks to its probe and drogues method, which made it possible for X-47B, usually a complex mechanism is only spotted in manned aircraft like FA-18 supermodel. Another super classic combat vessel in the US fleet, the K-1200K Max, is the first unmanned helicopter that was designed, tested and certified for repetitive external lift operations in 1999. Widely known as an aerial truck, this K-Max K-1200 light lift multi-purpose helicopter is amazingly designed by Cayman Aerospace Combat at Bloomfield, Connecticut. This excellent but weird unmanned aerial vehicle is specially designed for external cargo load operations and is capable of carrying a whopping 6,000 pounds of cargo. Interestingly, this weight is even more than the helicopter's empty weight. So what are your thoughts on the incredible aerial vessel fleets of the US? What can we expect next from the US Naval Force? Do let us know your views in the comments below. And before we wrap up, if you're interested in other fascinating things about combat drones, then make sure to check out our detailed video on the US funding millions of dollars to design and develop the revolutionary drone. You can go check this out after the video. And if you enjoyed watching it, make sure to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting content. See you in the next video.